If it feels like the price of college was set by someone who thinks monopoly money is legal tender, you're not wrong. Sticker prices are flirting with six figures at some schools. The FAFSA changed its name and its rules, and apparently tuition discounting is a thing now, like Cole's Cash, but for calculus. Today we're going deep. Real college prices versus sticker, FAFSA and AMP, CSS profile, Pell Grants, state free college, loans, how to borrow smart, aid appeals, tax credits, and tactical steps to lower what you actually pay. Grab coffee. I'll bring the shortcuts. Welcome to Personal Finance Time, where we take big financial chaos, fold it neatly, and put it in your action drawer. Agenda. What college really costs now? FAFSA and AMP. CSS profile. How aid is actually calculated. Grants, scholarships, and the tuition discount you're probably not seeing yet. State free tuition programs, loans, rates, and repayment choices. 2-9 plans, Roth rollovers, and tax credits. How to appeal an aid offer and win. A 10-step timeline so you don't miss money. Sticker price versus real price. Let's start with the shocker. Sticker price is not the street price. Private colleges especially run on publish a big number, discounted heavily economics. Many families see $70.90K on a webpage and assume game over. In reality, most students don't pay that number. Why? Institutional grants merit aid, the school's own coupons. Private colleges routinely discount tuition for a huge majority of students. In fact, the average tuition discount for first-time freshmen at private nonprofits recently hit record highs. Translation: if your student is admissible, there's probably a discount waiting, if you file the right forms and apply to the right mix of schools. Meanwhile, the College Board data shows a calmer story on net prices at Publix, still rising, but slower than the scary headlines might suggest. And public in-state remains the best value floor for many families. The punchline: don't confuse the billboard with the bill. Actionables. Treat the net price calculator, NPC, on each college's site like a price preview tool. Run it for every target school. Screenshot results. Build a list with true net price, not vibes from Instagram. Mini-math. If a school's sticker is $78,000 and your student nets $40,000 in grants from merit aid, your working number is $38,000, before tax credits and work study. 2. FAFSA. SAI replaces EFC. The FAFSA changed. The old EFC is now the SAI, Student Aid Index, a number schools use to gauge federal aid eligibility. Lower SAI, more need-based aid. Yes, I can be negative now. That's not a glitch. It's a feature designed to expand eligibility for low-income students. Timeline sanity. The 2025-26 FAFSA cycle launched with phased testing, and the 2026-27 FAFSA is slated to be on time by October 1, 2025. Translation. For current juniors, seniors, we're back to a normal calendar. Good news. Tactics. Everyone who wants federal or need-based aid should file FAFSA, even if you think you won't qualify. Many state and school grants require it. Create FSA IDs for student and all required contributors early. Submit early, aid is finite, and some programs are first come, first served. 3. CSS profile, the other gatekeeper. Selective privates often require the CS profile, College Board, to award their money. Unlike FAFSA, CSS can ask about home equity, small businesses, non-custodial parents, and more. Here's the nuance. How home equity is counted varies by school. Some cap it relative to income, some ignore it, and some count it fully. Actionables. Check each school's requirements. If CSS is required, file both FAFSA and CSS profile on time. If your house rich, cash poor, target colleges that ignore or cap home equity. Your NPC results will hint at those policies. Pro tip: if your situation changed, job loss, medical bills, that's professional judgment territory. Schools can adjust data. Key proof. 4. Grants and AMP. Free money. You don't repay Pell Grant is the big federal grant for lower income students. For 2025-26, the maximum Pell remains $7,000. That's real money off the top for millions of students. State and AMP. Institutional grants. Many states layer on grants. Schools add need-based and merit awards. At private colleges, the tuition discount is often huge. Think more than half off the sticker for first-year students on average. Work study. It's a job on or near campus. Wages must be at least the federal minimum, often higher locally. It's not huge money, but it keeps borrowing down and builds resume lines. Actionables. File early to maximize eligibility for limited pool grants and work study. Always read award letters closely. Grants and scholarships lower the bill, loans do not. 5. Free college. Sometimes. State promise programs. A growing number of states run last dollar scholarships covering tuition fees at in-state publics, often community colleges. Examples: Tennessee Promise New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New York's Excelsior, with residency requirements. These rarely cover living costs, so plan for housing, food, transportation, but they can drop tuition to zero. Actionables: Google your state plus promise scholarship and check deadlines. Many require FAFSA plus service credit hour milestones. If your major isn't offered at a covered school, see if a transfer pathway lets you do 2 years free, 2 years at a university. 6. Loans. Borrow smart, keep it payable. Borrowing isn't evil. Overborrowing is. For 2025-26, federal direct loan rates dipped a bit. 6.39% for undergrad direct loans, 7.94% for grad, 8.94% for plus. Federal loans come with income-driven repayment and safety valves private loans don't. Guardrails. Try to keep total borrowing illus your expected first-year salary in your field. Max federal direct loans before touching parent plus or private loans. If using plus or private loans, compare APRs, fees, and flexibility. Private often requires a credit-worthy cosigner. Repayment. The new IDR landscape, e.g., save, pegs payments to income, check current eligibility and terms when you graduate. Laws can change. Keep your plan flexible. 7. Tax credits and AMP. 529 strategies. Tax credits are stealth discounts. American Opportunity Tax Credit, AOTC. Up to $2,500 per student. Partly refundable for the first 4 years of undergrad. Lifetime Learning Credit, LLC. Up to $2,000 per return, broader use, undergrad, grad skills courses. Coordination rule. You can't double dip the same dollar of tuition for both a credit and a 529 tax-free distribution. Plan your receipts so you reserve $4,000 of qualified expenses for AOTC each year. 529, Roth IRA rollover, newer rule. If you overfunded a 529, it can be a retirement seed. Up to $35,000 lifetime rolled tax and penalty free to the beneficiary's Roth IRA. If the 529 is on 15 years old and you honor annual Roth contribution limits and other conditions. Not all states conform. Verify before moving money. Actionables. Talk to your tax pro about AOTC LLC eligibility and coordination with 529 withdrawals. If you opened a 529 early, set a reminder to consider small Roth rollovers after graduation, subject to rules and earned income limits. 8. How to lower your net price. This is the "What do I do Monday morning" section. A. Build a merit-friendly list. Target schools where your student is top quartile for GPA test scores. That's where automatic or competitive merit lives. Many excellent regionals and private colleges will court your student with serious discounts. B. Use the NPC religiously, run it for each school, save PDFs. NPCs are required, and while not perfect, they're your best preview. Rerun after any big income asset change. C. Apply early. Meet priority deadlines. Aid budgets are finite. Missing a state or institutional deadline can cost thousands you never knew existed. D. Stack the stackables outside scholarships, state grants, institutional merit. Some stack, some offset others. Read fine print. If a $5,000 scholarship reduces need-based grant over dollars, it didn't help much. Choose the combo with the lowest net. Appeal like a pro. If your offer is thin or your situation changed, appeal. Use the words professional judgment and attach documentation. Job loss letter, medical bills, elder care, disaster costs, etc. If you have a better offer from a peer school, share it politely. Many colleges will re-review. F. Consider honors and AMP. Co-op programs honors can bring perks and extra merit. Co-op schools' paid work terms can net out dramatically cheaper by graduation. G. Live like an accountant. Housing meal plan choices move thousands. Compare living off campus versus dorms with real numbers. Community college gen ed credits plus transfer can slash costs if done deliberately. Mind your articulation agreements. H. The quiet giant. Public flagships with tiered merit. In many states, strong stats can earn automatic tuition cuts at flagships or nearby regionals. Don't sleep on these. 9. Aid letters. Decode the fine print. Award letters aren't standardized. Here's your decoder ring. Grants while scholarships, ILS gift aid. Yay! Work study equals a job. You only get the money if you work the hours. Loans also debt. Subsidized interest doesn't accrue in school, unsubsidized does. Parent contribution is not a bill, it's a calculation. Net price formula for you. OA. Tuition plus fees, plus housing, plus meals, plus books, plus transport, plus MSC. Gift aid. Grants or scholarships only. Your net price. Before work study, before loans. 10. A clean timeline. Spring summer. Rising senior. Finalize list. NPCs done. Visit a few campuses. Draft a testing plan. Or test optional strategy. Open or top up a 529 if you're using one. Fall, senior year. FAFSA opens. Now back to Octa 1 timing for 2026-27. CSS profile if required. Submit applications before merit deadlines, often earlier than regular decision. Winter. Track portals, submit any missing documents. Tax data sharing, verification, non-custodial CSS if needed. Spring. Aid letters arrive. Net price compare. Appeal with documentation if circumstances changed or if you have a stronger peer offer. May-July, lock housing and meal plan strategically. Set your borrowing plan, accept only what you need. Plan AOTC and receipts, align with any 529 withdrawals. Build a comparison sheet with the same categories for each school. It will immediately show you the lowest cost option. 11. Quick myths to retire. We're middle class, so we'll get nothing. Not necessarily. Depends on the school mix and your SAI CSS outcome. Private colleges are always more expensive. With institutional grants, some privates undercut publics. Run the numbers. Don't file FAFSA, it hurts merit. False. Many merit awards don't require need, and some schools do require FAFSA to unlock any aid. 12. Your action checklist. 1. Shortlist 8 to 12 schools across value tiers. Public, in-state, honors, flagship, merit-friendly privates. 2. Run MPC for each, save PDFs. 3. Map deadlines, admission, FAFSA, CSS, state grants. 4. File FAFSA, CSS early, fix errors fast. 5. Apply for outside scholarships you can renew. 6. Compare net prices apples to apples. 7. Appeal thoughtfully with documents. 8. Optimize AOTC LLC and 529 withdrawals. 9. Keep borrowing ILS first year pay estimate. 10. Reassess spring of freshman year. Aid can change. Keep a plan B. College pricing is messy by design. But messy is beatable when you price the right thing, your net cost. Then pull the levers that move it. FAFSA, CSS on time, merit-friendly targets, state programs, smart tax planning, and a confident appeal. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share with the one friend who is currently Googling, what is an SAI, at 2 a.m. And hey, before you go, swing by personalfinancetime.com for our free planning templates and checklists. They'll help you turn today's notes into a week-by-week action plan, so you keep more money for the stuff your student actually loves, like food that isn't ramen. Don't overpay for your degree. Subscribe for weekly money tactics that cut the bill and the stress. Then grab your free planning templates at personalfinancetime.com, because a solid plan beats sticker shock every time.